Welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to talk about 5 ways to know that you are ready for marriage. Love isn't just about butterflies or a perfect Instagram couple. Love is about readiness, the quiet maturity that whispers, I'm ready to build, not just to fail. Not just ready for the wedding day, but ready for the life that follows. Hi, Jeremiah Prince Asamoah is my name, author of 46 wonderful masterpieces, which includes The Exceptional Husband. I make these videos so that you can have a wonderful and a glorious relationship. You may want to subscribe to this channel for more amazing videos. Let's get into the video. Point number 1, you are ready to forgive even when it's hard. The first sign that shows that you are ready for marriage is that you know how to forgive even if it is hard. It is said that marriage isn't about perfection. It is about two people who chooses each other even though they know the other side of each other. If you are not willing to forgive, you cannot have a complete, a perfect, and a good relationship. You are only ready for marriage if you know your partner and their other side, and you are still willing to go on with them, forgive their errors, forgive their shortcomings, forgive the wrong things they are doing and the wrong things they are going to do, even though it is hard. That is when you are ready for marriage. A happy marriage is a union of two good forgivers. If both of you are not willing to forgive each other for their errors, for their mess, for their shortcoming, then you are not really ready for marriage. You are only ready for marriage if you are willing to forgive. It is said that to err is human. It means your partner is going to offend you. Your partner is going to hurt you. Your partner is going to do things that will not really go well with you. But until you are ready to say, I forgive, even when it's hard, then you are not ready for marriage. You are only ready for marriage if you get to the place that you know you can forgive, even though it is hard to forgive. Two young couples were in a relationship. For 6 years, things were going rough, tough, and hard, until one of them realized that she has to learn how to forgive, even though it is hard. When she got to the realization that she will let go, she will forgive the shortcomings and the error of the other partner, only then did the relationship become stable and continued in marriage. If you don't learn how to forgive, even though it's hard, then you are not ready for a relationship. Point number 2, you communicate to be understood, not just to be right. You are only ready for marriage if you get to the place where you communicate to be understood, not to communicate to be right. Understand that if your communication in a relationship feels like a battle, then love will feel like a war. Communication is not done to feel right, to feel better, to win an argument. Communication is made so that the other partner will understand what you are saying. Until you get to the place where you talk, you communicate, you listen to understand and to be understood, instead of being right, then you are not ready for marriage. One question you should ask yourself every day: can I listen as much as I speak? If you cannot listen as much as you speak, it means you are not ready for marriage. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth. It means that you have to listen more than you speak. If you don't talk to be understood, but you always talk to win argument, you talk to be right, you talk to make sure that you win the argument in the relationship, then understand that you are not ready for marriage. You are only ready for marriage if you are willing to communicate to be understood instead of communicating to be right. A young lady entered into a relationship and believed that every disagreement meant she has to win the argument. She did that over and over again and lost someone she really cherished and valued. Later on, she learned that disagreement in relationship does not just mean winning the argument, but being understood and understanding the other partner. When she found real love later, she built it with patience and good communication. Learn to communicate to be understood, not to communicate to be right. If you always want to be right, you will lose the right person and lose a relationship, which might enter into marriage. Point number 3, you've learned to love yourself first. You are not ready for marriage if you have not learned to love yourself first. If you don't know how to love yourself first, you cannot love the other partner. It is loving yourself first that will give you the ability, the capability, and the tenacity to love the other person. It is said that before you can share love, you must sit with yourself. You cannot share what you don't have. If you don't have love, you can't give love. If you don't value yourself, you cannot value your partner. You are only ready for marriage if you love yourself first. Get to the place where you love yourself, you love your flaws, you love your errors, you love who you are, and you say, I'm enough for myself. Until you are enough for yourself, you cannot be enough for your partner. You don't marry someone to complete you. You marry someone to share your completeness with them. If you are waiting for someone to come and complete you, you are not ready for marriage. When you get to the place where you are waiting to share your completeness, your wholeness with the other person, only then are you ready for marriage and a good relationship. The greatest thing you will ever learn, one writer said, is to love and to be loved in return. If you get to the place where you love yourself and you can love in return, that is only when you are ready for marriage and a relationship. One young woman, after a serious heartbreak, decided to love herself first. She distanced herself from any relationship. She decided that for the next 3 years, she's not entering into any relationship. She started taking care of herself, journaling, sending herself out, taking good care of herself. After 3 years, when she found another relationship, because she had become better, loved herself and valued herself, this new relationship became better. In this new relationship, she brought peace, she brought love, she brought soundness. Only then did the relationship blossom. Learn to love yourself first before you ever think of marriage. If you don't love yourself first, you are not ready for marriage. Point number 4, you can handle conflict maturely. If you are not able to handle conflict maturely, then you are not ready for marriage. Until you get to the place where you can handle conflict maturely, then you are not ready for marriage. It is said that disagreement don't mean disaster. It only reveals whether your love can stand the storm of life. Every relationship will go through storm, will go through problem, will go through challenges. It is not the challenges that matter. It is how you solve the challenges. If you cannot solve disagreements, challenges maturely, then it means that you are not ready for a relationship. You can tell the strength of a relationship by how it handles the storms and not just the sunshine. If a relationship will last, you can tell by how the partners handle disagreements, handle challenges, and handle the storms. Not just the good times, not just the happy times, and not just the blessed times. It is when things are rough, when things are tough, when things are difficult, that is when we can know if the relationship can stand the test of time. Understand that peace in a relationship is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to handle conflict in a peaceful means. If you don't know how to handle conflict in a peaceful means, then you are not ready for a relationship. Two young couples argue fiercely in every relationship. Their relationship almost ended until they started watching my videos and realized that they have to pause, think before they react. Later on, they realized that when they changed the way they argued and solved problems, their relationship became better, which eventually ended in marriage. If you don't learn how to handle conflict maturely, then you are not ready for marriage. Point number 5, you know your purpose. Until you know your purpose, your vision, and your mission, you are not ready for marriage. The first thing to do is to find a purpose instead of finding a partner. If you don't know your purpose, don't go looking for a partner. Before walking into marriage, know where you are going to. Know where you'll be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, and the next 50 years. If you don't know where you are going to, every road will lead you there, one writer said. You have to be precise about your vision, your purpose, before you enter into marriage. If you have no vision, you have no purpose, you have no mission, then understand that you are not ready for marriage. Two people without direction might love each other deeply, but eventually they will drift away quietly. If you don't have a purpose and a vision, the marriage, the relationship will not work. That equally means you are not ready for marriage. One writer said, until purpose is discovered, life has no meaning. If you don't discover your purpose, your relationship will never have any meaning. Do well to discover your purpose. Know your purpose for existence before thinking about entering into a relationship which will eventually lead to marriage. Love without purpose is like a ship without compass. If you don't have purpose, your relationship will drift meaningless and go left and right. Do well to have a purpose before entering into any relationship. Two young couples were dating. The man wanted fame. The woman wanted peace. This affected the beauty of the relationship, even though they loved and they cherished themselves. It was when they came together and put their visions together and ensured they were going to the right direction. Only then did their relationship sustain and ended in marriage. Do well to have a purpose before entering into any relationship. Being ready for marriage isn't just about age, about money, or about status. It's about wholeness. It is when love stops being a destination and it becomes a decision. That is only when you are ready for marriage. So my question to you, are you ready for marriage, or you are just ready for a wedding? Don't be ready for a wedding, but be ready for a forever. If you are blessed with this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Comment below, I will be ready for marriage when it comes. If you want to learn 5 qualities you must have before marriage, then the next video to this one is going to be a blessing unto you. Until we meet at the top, always remember that winners never quit and quitters never win. Yes, you can.